Welcome back to the Finker, folks. Today we're going to be making some burnt sand mastic. For those of you that don't know, it's a very, very old method, possibly 200 years, possibly more, of sealing wooden windows and doors to stonework. Welcome to Finker Live. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. So, burnt sand mastic, what is it? Well, it's a very traditional method, as I said, of sealing wooden windows and doors against stonework. It's made completely of natural materials and acts like a putty, a modern day putty really. Makes sure that the draughts can't get through, and it's waterproof, and it's just a really good method. We've used it on our other windows, been there now for 2-3 years, and it's still in good condition. We did have one window that was leaking, and we used this product, if you like, and we've not had a problem since. We've had no water ingress whatsoever. So we're going to show you how to make it. So burnt sand, as the name suggests, is made largely of sand, not burnt, but it does need to be very, very dry. Traditionally they used to dry the sand out in kilns. We've dried ours out in the sun in the summer when it's been 43 degrees. Obviously on the daylight today, that's not happening. So we've had this overnight underneath the fire here, and it's nice and dry. There were various recipes, if you like, of how to make it, but we've tried and tested a couple of them, and the one that we prefer is to mix the sand with a little bit of lime, which helps it to stick better, and linseed oil. So why are we making it now? Well, we're learning all the time. All our new windows that we've recently fitted, we've used the mastic inside as we've fitted the window into the stone work, the opening, and made sure it was sealed first of all. But when we did this one, this has been in now probably since before we moved in. This is one of the first things we did, and we just used normal lime mortar to fill up the gaps between the stone and the wood. However, the thing is with wood, as you know, it expands and contracts, and what happens is over time it cracks the mortar. As you can see, I've got some quite big gaps here that need patching up. Hasn't been a problem, it's been on our list to do, but the last couple of days we have had a howling gale. Usually comes off the mountains, which is a north wind. Tilly's barking again, sorry about that. But this last couple of days it's been coming from the south, and this door is south facing, and literally as you pass by on the way to the sink or something, it's blowing a hoolie through these gaps here. So that is why it's now become a priority, and today we're going to make some burnt sand mastic and patch up all these gaps to make the house even more, weather tight, if you like. So this is what it looks like when it's finished. We did this 3 years ago, and the problem with this window was when the rain was driving this direction with the wind, it was going underneath the sill and into the corral. So this was our first attempt at making burnt sand mastic, and it has worked a treat. We have absolutely no leaks now. It's a little bit messy, to be fair. If we'd have just got a wire brush and cleared that off whilst it was still soft, it would be okay, but we can do that, it's not a problem. A bit of agua fuerte, that'll come off. But I just wanted to show you that's what it actually looks like when it's dried and set, and it's really, really hard. So let's get on and make some. Okay, so in the workshop, got my sand, got a little mixing bowl, should be big enough. The first thing I need to do is quite a few lumps, and I need to get rid of all these lumps. They're absolutely rock hard. I can't break them with my fingers, so I'm going to put it in the bowl. I've got myself a little bit like a pestle and mortar. I'll give it a good beating. Get all these lumps out first of all. So several minutes later, I got most of them out. There are still a few little ones, but to be honest, they are quite crumbly now, so it has loosened it. I'm going to add some oil, some linseed oil, and hopefully then the rest of them will kind of break up, because that's what happens when we add water, when we're mixing normal lime mortar. The water gets rid of the lumps for us. So let's have a go. Not measuring this, but what I'm trying to get is a consistency a bit like crumble, when you're making your apple crumble. So it sticks together, but it's still it's not too liquid. A bit at a time. Mix it by hand. It's not worth using the mixer. There we go. So I'm going to add a little bit more, just a splash at a time, because I don't want to overdo it. So I think we're about there. It's, got to say, like a crumble consistency, but I'm getting it everywhere. Very messy worker. But if I pick some up and squeeze it in my hand, it does actually stick to itself, and that's what we want. If it's not enough oil, it won't stick to the stone, and if it's too much, then it's going to crack. Let's get it just right, but I think that's it. So the next thing, you need to add some lime, and lime just makes it a bit more sticky and helps it to go off and set rock hard. So I'm just going to try to start with just one trowel full. That should be plenty actually. It really is like making a cake, this. It's quite nice. Just going to add it bit by bit and work it in. Right, I'm going to go with that. I actually only used half of that lime. But if I do that, look, you see it's sort of starting to stick together now, which is what we want, and that to me feels right. I can't tell you quantities because it's really a feel it and see kind of experiment, but that to me feels malleable for me to be able to apply, and but not as wet that it sort of won't go off. I think that's just right, so I'm going to go with that. Let's go do it. So here we go, and you can see it's sort of just cracking a little bit, just separating a little bit. That is perfect. So I can't give you any quantities, but it's just about what you can work with. I'm going to put it into a smaller pot so that I can hold it, make it easier for me to work. Should do for starters. Right, here goes. Make sure you cover the floor, by the way, because this is a permanent, once it's gone off, you're not getting it off. So something on the floor. I'll start with a small bit and get it in those holes. Going to be a slow process. My glove's gone already, I've got my thumb through it, but I'm just going to carry on bit by bit, really pushing it in to that crack. I'm hoping it's going to come off the stone. It's just unavoidable because it's all over my gloves, obviously. I've got to clean it off as soon as possible, and it shouldn't make a mess. It will lighten up slightly, but it will be of a darker colour than the normal lime water, but that's okay, doesn't matter. The main thing is we seal these draughts, because as I say, we've had really windy weather the last few days and it's been blowing a hoolie through here. So that side's done, and in fact I just got a damp cloth, a bit of soapy water washing up liquid, and it came off the stones really easily. I think when it's dried, obviously it'll go lighter and it should blend in quite nicely. And the most important thing is their gaps are filled. Just working on this side now, there was hardly any gaps along this edge here, but I've had to do it for aesthetic reasons, obviously. Got a bit of wiping off to do there and at the top. But on this side, most of the cracks are lower down, so I'm getting to the tricky bits now. It's certainly not for the faint-hearted, this, folks. Don't expect it to be a quick and easy job. It is very, very tedious and takes patience. But if it does the trick, it'll be worth it. I think, to be honest, even if you were using a modern mastic, it would still be a nightmare to apply, because obviously the stones aren't uniform, the edges are all over the place, so it would still take a long time. And we like to use our traditional methods, as you know, so sticking to the old-fashioned way. We know it works. It worked on that window outside a treat. So it's just being patient and applying it bit by bit. Got more on the floor than I've got in my little pot. That's why I said make sure you put something down on the floor first. So there you have it, burnt sand mastic. If you want to seal your windows and doors against stonework, it's fab. Not easy to work with, bit time consuming, but it does the job and it's all natural. Brilliant. So that's it for this one, folks. Bit of a short video, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting and informative. And if so, and you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's completely free and it helps us out a lot. So thanks again for watching. Thank you to everyone that's supported us, and we'll see you next time.